So for 2 days, I'll be talking of this, double triple integration and uh, maybe possibly line and surface. Okay. Uh, am I audible clearly? Yeah. So let's recall or revise just basics of double integral, and then we'll start working with problems. I have taken problems from last 3 4 years from IIT papers, so that will be a good revision and practice to all of you. Okay, so double integration is concerned. So initially, one defines integration of a function over a rectangle ABCD, AB cross CD, and our function from R2 to R, or I mean this rectangle in R2 to R, okay, is bounded in most of the cases continuous, most of the cases, right? And we define like our Riemann integration of function of one variable. We define Riemann integration by taking partition of rectangle into subrectangles, taking UPF, LPF, etc. Okay, but as far as calculation is concerned, we use quite different technique, and that is called as iterated integrals or repeated integrals. So what we do is firstly with respect to one variables. So suppose I integrate first with respect to y, treating x as constant, then limits for y in this case will be c to d, and then we'll get we'll put limits for y, and we'll integrate with respect to x the function which is in terms of x. Okay, that's the idea. Or we can reverse, we can first integrate with respect to x. We'll put limit for x as a to b. Then we'll get a function in y. We integrate with respect to y, right? And a theorem of Fubini says, a theorem due to Fubini says, whenever function is continuous, double integral of f using definition like Riemann integration. So double integral of f over r is equal to both of these repeated integrals or iterated integrals. Yeah. So in fact, most of the cases we don't find by definition. We'll be working either this way or this way. Then later on, one goes for non-rectangular regions. So it could be uh, circle, triangle, parabolas, intersection of parabola and circle, etc., etc. So more generally, our regions will be of the form they are bounded, and we can write the limits this way. So project it on x-axis. So outside limit of x in terms of some numbers a to b, and then y goes from this curve to this curve, right? So I can write y as some function of x to y equal to some function of x. So integrate phi 1x to phi 2x f of x comma y dy dx. So first integrate with respect to y, then integrate with respect to x. Or I mean same thing we can do project this way, project on y-axis, it limits for y, and then express x as a function of y. So x goes from some function of y to some function of y. Integrate first with respect to x and then with respect to y. That's the way we do. Now, actually, when we solve the problems, this will be more clear. Or, I mean, already those who are in TY, they must be knowing all these things, right? So just as a practice, let me work with 2, 3 problems, and then we'll start with our PDF problems. Okay. So I like some 2, 3 problems which are again from IIT, and they're a little tricky. So let's. Any problem? I think somebody's audio was on. Yeah. So let's work this problem. F of xy is given to be integer function x plus y over 0, 1 cross 0 over 0, 1 cross 0, 1. Okay. We want to find out the double integer. Fine. Now it's somewhat tricky. In fact, as such, it is defined over a square 0, 1, 0, 1, right? And what's the value of the function? Integer function x plus y. Okay. Now observe. So we know what is integer function. It's greatest integer function. So it's greatest integer less than or equal to x. Right. Now observe the max value will be at this point 1, comma 1. So f of 1, comma 1 is 2. If I take, say, for example, f of 0, 1, f of 1, 0, f of half, they are all 1, right? F of origin 0, 0, that is 0, right? So observe, if I look at lines x plus y equal to something, so this line is x plus y equal to 1. All of you agree? X plus y is 1. In fact, similar line parallel to that passing through this point will be x plus y equal to 2, right? Okay, this is x plus y equal to 0, or that is y equal to minus x. Is that right? Okay. Now observe, in fact, these are lines parallel to each other. So more generally, if I take x plus y equal to some k, it's going to be line like this, right? X plus y equal to k. And for all these lines which are between x plus y equal to 1 and 2, it's going to be x plus y equal to some number which is 1 point something, right? 1 point something. And those lines which are between x plus y equal to 1 and x plus y equal to 0, all these are going to be x plus y equal to 0 point something, right? And therefore, when I take integer function for all these points, when I take integer function for all these points, answer is going to be 0. They are all x plus y less than 1, right? And integer function will be 0, right? So here the function is 0, and here it will be x plus y equal to 1 point something, so integer function is 1. The same problem reads like, now your function is, maybe I can call it some new function, or I'll write the same function as f of x comma y equal to, say, 0 over this part, right? Maybe I'll call this as part 1, and maybe I can call this as part 2. So 0 over part 1 and 1 over part 2. So when I integrate, essentially I have to work over part 2. And over part 2, what will be the limits? So limits will be following. So function is 1. If I want to write dy dx, right? So look at this way. This is our region. This is region 2 where function is 1. If I project down, then the limits for x are 0 to 1. All of you agree? If I project down, this point will fall down up to 0. This will fall down up to 1, right? And then when I look for y goes from this line to this line. Is that right? Y goes from this line to this line. So as we said, y goes from phi 1x to phi 2x. So what is phi 1? That is line x plus y equal to 1. That is y equal to 1 minus x. All of you agree? X plus y is 1. So which means y is 1 minus x, right? 2, this line is, this is y equal to 1, parallel to x axis. So, right? So y equal to 1. So y goes from 1 minus x to 1, 1 dy dx. Now we can integrate. Now the function is easy, integral is easy. So the first integral will be, like integral now 0 to 1, y, limits for y are 1 minus x and 1 dx, that is equal to 0 to 1, upper limit 1 minus x, right, that is x dx. So this will be x square by 2, limit 0 to 1, that is equal to half. Is that fine? And anyways, as all of you must be knowing, especially TY students, when our function is 1, that gives area of the region. Now, in this case, over this part, function is 0, so integral will be 0. And over this part, function is 1, so that should give us, our answer should be area of this region. But that's a triangle with base and height 1, 1. So area is half base into height. So essentially, answer is half. Is that fine? Now, all these things, once you know the basics, you can do very quickly, especially double, triple integral or even line. These are as a scoring topics, and the problems are a little mechanical. So they are not conceptually difficult. Only thing, you have to be perfect with calculation. You have to be fast with calculation. Fine. So I'll suggest, if you draw diagrams, then diagrams will always give you hints like about symmetry, or for example, in this case, we see the area of the region, etc., etc. So once you draw the diagram, problem will become more easy to write the limits as well as to get the answer. So many times, even without actually working the integral, you can quickly write down the answer. Okay. So that's the idea. Let's see one more similar problem. Yeah. Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So here is one more problem on same 0, 1 cross 0, 1, but the function is a little tricky. So cos of maximum of x cube y raised to 3 by 2, say dx dy or dy dx, whatever way, over 0, 1 cross 0, 1. Okay. So once again, our region is 0, 1 cross 0, 1. Okay. And firstly, we'll focus on this one, max out of x cube and y raised to 3 by 2. Okay. So what do we know? If x cube is greater than or equal to y raised to 3 by 2, then max is going to be x cube, right? And if x cube is less than equal to y raised to 3 by 2, then max is going to be y raised to 3 by 2, right? As simple as that. Okay. So question is, uh, in 0, 1 cross 0, 1, for which points will have this condition, for which points will have this condition. The best thing is what you equate first, right? So if I equate x cube equal to y raised to 3 by 2, simplifying, what I'll get is x square equal to y. Do you all agree with that? First x square, then take cube root, and we'll get x square equal to y. Is that fine? And we know y equal to x square is what? That's a parabola, right? Passing through 0, 0, 1, 1, right? And what's the shape? Y equal to x square. So that is this way, right? This kind of parabola, right? Okay. So it will be something like this. Y equal to x square. And now you can decide uh, every such curve will divide the plane into two parts. One part will be greater than, one part will be less than. Is that fine? So if I look at, for example, this part, right? So any point from this part. So if I put, for example, 1 comma 0, this point, 1 comma 0 means I'll get x cube bigger than y cube. So here over this part, x cube is maximum, right? And if I put, say, for example, 0 comma 1, this point, 0 comma 1 means x is 0, y is 1. So in that case, in fact, this part will be bigger. So this is this region. So over this part, y is maximum is y raised to 3 by 2. All of you agree with that? And now our problem gets divided into two parts, like earlier case. Okay. So its whole integral will be something like this part 0 to 1, and y goes from 0 to x square, right? Function is x cube, sorry, cos of x cube. Function is cos of max, and max is x cube, cos of x cube, right? dy dx. Plus over this part, it's y raised to 3 by 2, right? And as you see, like cos y raised to 3 by 2, directly you can't integrate with respect to dy. So what you can do is take the order as, so cos of y raised to 3 by 2, take order as dx dy. So that first we'll have to work with dx, right? Which can give us some suitable terms, right? So if I want to write for dx dy, y goes from 0 to 1 here, and x goes from this to this, right? So x goes from what to what? X goes from y-axis, that is 0 to y equal to x square, or that is same as x equal to root y. Fine. Now all of you try to work. You have two integrals. Okay. So as usual, 3 to 4 minutes. You first work and get the answer. I can check in chat box. Fine. And then maybe if you want, I'll solve. Okay. So start working. So check your answer for the question is sign 1. So see if you are getting or not. If you want, I can work with you. Yeah, fine. So I hope you have got the idea, like how we work, or how functions can be, or how IIT problems can be. Fine. So let's begin with some problems. More problems. Okay. They are all from IIT papers in recent years, 2015 to 2019. Should have been small f, and that's subset R of R2. It's not over whole of R2. So subset R whose limits are given by x going from 0 to 1, y going from sine inverse x to pi by 2. Okay. So only when y is 0, function is not defined. Otherwise, it's defined. So as I said, in fact, if you try to sketch the region, that is always helpful. Okay. So x is 0 to 1, right? And y goes from sine inverse x to pi by 2. Y equal to pi by 2 will be line parallel to x-axis, right? And y equal to sine inverse x is same as, it's like sine y is x, right? So sine pi by 2 is 1, sine 0 is 0. So that will be curve something like this, okay? Eh, even you can draw approximate, it may not be exactly like this, fine, but just to get idea. So uh, so this is like our y equal to sine inverse x, or x is sine y, right? So as of now, it's 0 to 1, and y equal to sine inverse x to pi by 2, which means region is this, right? And in many cases, as far as uh, this double integral problems are concerned, changing the order is useful many a times. Okay. So to work y by sine y dy, it's difficult. So as it is in given order, it's difficult to work, right? But of course, you can change the order and you can work. So what will be change order? So it will be f of xy dx dy. And for outside, I have to write for y. Y goes from 0 to pi by 2, this part. And then look for x. X goes from what to what? X equal to 0 to x equal to sine y. All right. And now you can work that integration. Yeah, very good. So many of you have given answer, and that's correct. Maybe quickly I can write down 1 by pi square 0 to pi by 2. Our function is y by sine y, right? Except that x-axis where y is 0, their function is 1. But otherwise, over the whole region, it's y by sine y. So I can very well assume function is y by sine y. Having value of function different at few points or on a line, right, won't change the integral. Integral is associated with the area concept, right? So just a line y-axis has no area, so that won't affect the value of integration. So I'll take y by sine y. Is that fine? When I find out integral 1 dx, that is x, the limits are 0 to sine y dy. So check that sine y will cancel, and in most of the cases, such problematic term will always get cancelled. So I get 0 to pi by 2 y dy, and this everyone can work, right? So shall I leave it to you? I hope all of you will get. So answer is 1 by 8, right? So answer for the first one is 1 by 8. Fine. So shall we go ahead with second problem?
Yes, sir.
Anybody has any doubt? I hope TY students must get all these things now because they are giving exam on 14 now. But maybe if some SY students are attending, if you want, you can ask doubts. Okay. Are there SY students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe if you have some doubts, you can always ask. Fine. Fine. So let's go ahead with second problem. Integral 0 to pi, integral 0 to x, sine y upon pi minus y dy dx. So region is simple now. Right? Draw the region. Once you draw it, it becomes more easy. Even if you want to change the order, uh, you can easily change the order looking at the region. And this was from 2015. This is from 2016. Yes, Gopal, that's correct. Yeah, maybe I can write here itself. Yeah. So for example, second problem, x goes from 0 to pi, right? X equal to 0 to pi. y equal to 0 to x. So y equal to 0 is x-axis. Y equal to x is line passing through 0, 0, 1, 1, and so on. Right? So this will be pi. And this is our region. Y goes from 0 to pi. Right? Okay. And again, sine y upon pi minus y. It's difficult to integrate with respect to y directly. So we'll change the order. What is the change order? Y goes from 0 to pi here. Right? And now x goes from this line to this line. Okay. Now this was y equal to x. Same thing now we read as x equal to y, 2x equal to pi. Right? Function is sine y upon pi minus y, and order will be now dx dy. So your first integral will be simply x, right? And see that the term in the denominator pi minus y, that gets cancelled now, right? So essentially it's 0 to pi sine y dy. So take care, answer is integral of sine is minus cos y. And when I put limits, check they won't cancel. Cos pi is minus 1 minus cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So it's minus 1 minus 1 minus 2, and outside there is minus sign. So answer will be plus 2. Check the answer. Okay. Yeah. So answer for the second is plus 2. Fine. So this was 1 by 8. This is plus 2. For third one, I think there is a printing mistake. So take it as sine y square. I think it's not sine square y. Take it 0 to 1, x to 1, sine of y square dy dx. Take it sine y square. So far you see all these problems. In fact, they are done using just changing the order, right? Yeah, Gopal, Harpreet, Rishda, uh, all are correct. Yeah, Veda, everyone is correct. Those who have sent the answer, all are correct. Fine. So maybe let me just show the calculation for particularly SY students. I hope for TY, all must be getting this. Yes. So what's the region? X goes from 0 to 1. X is 0 to 1. And Y goes from X to 1. So X is 0 to 1. Y equal to X is line passing through 0, 0, 1, 1, and so on. So Y equal to X to Y equal to 1, right? So my region is this one. Y equal to X to Y equal to 1. And same thing when I interchange the order. So what I'll get is y goes from 0 to 1. And as far as x is concerned, x will go from 0 y-axis, x equal to 0 to line. Now I have to read same thing as x equal to y, right? So function is sine y square. It's not sine square y, sine y square dx dy. So our first integral will be x, right? Limits are 0 to y, so that will give me integral 0 to 1 sine y square y dy. Now how do we do? Put y square equal to some t or something, substitute. So you'll get y dy equal to dt by 2 and find out the answer. Okay. Take care. In fact, if you get cos 0, that is 1. Right? Cos 0 won't be 0. So what is the answer? Answer is 1 minus cos 1 by 2. Check. Answer is D. Fine. Yeah. Can take it little on upper side. All of you can see. Again, I think there is some typing mistake. It's sine pi 1 minus x the whole square. Just a minute. So what I should have is this one. Sine pi into 1 minus x the whole square. Sine of bracket pi into 1 minus x whole square bracket complete dx dy. In fact, typing was done by one of my students as a practice for LaTeX. So there are some mistakes left. Yeah, start working with fourth. Whether which one you are writing for fourth, right? Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, Gopal, that's correct. Yeah. So look at graphs. Like for example, when we say y equal to x square, we know y equal to x square is parabola, and that goes this way, right? Symmetric about y-axis, right? Why? Because I can put x equal to plus or minus, y is always going to be plus, right? So whatever value we get at x, same will get at minus x. So it's symmetric about y-axis, right? Then, in fact, y is greater or equal to 0, so it's going to be in upper plane above x-axis, right? And it's a parabola that we already know, right? Y equal to x square. Now, once I know y equal to x square, for example, what will be y equal to minus x square? It will be mirror image. So that will be mirror image around x-axis, right? What will be say y equal to 1 minus x square? So you lift this parabola up by 1. So that will be something like this. Is that fine? Or if I want y equal to say x square minus 1. So this is y equal to x square minus 1, x square. Drag it below by 1. So this will be y equal to x square minus 1. Right? Whatever we are doing for this y equal to x square, similarly you can do it for x equal to y square. So for example, x equal to y square will be symmetric about x-axis, right? So that will be something like this. X is going to be positive, so it will be towards this side. This is x equal to y square, right? X equal to minus y square will be mirror image. X equal to 1 minus y square will be, you pull it by 1. Okay, so this is going to be x equal to 1 minus y square. I hope the ideas are clear, right? So let's see once again. So y goes from 0 to 1, right? Y 0 to 1, and x equal to 0, that is y-axis. So x equal to 1 minus y square. So we saw, in fact, it goes this way, right? From where it will pass when y is 0, x is 1. So when y is 0, x is 1. And when y is 1, x is 0. So that is on y-axis. So it will be something like this, right? X equal to 1 minus y square parabola, right? And then we want to interchange the limits because sine pi 1 minus x square, uh, that is not directly possible to integrate, right? So once I change the limits, so it will be like x goes from 0 to 1, right? X goes from 0 to 1, and y goes from this to this. So what I'll get? Y goes from 0 to, now if x is 1 minus y square, so it means y square is 1 minus x, and it means y is root 1 minus x plus or minus actually, but we are working right now in first quadrant, so y is positive, and therefore which sign I have to select? It will be root 1 minus x, right? Plus root 1 minus x. Okay. Then work with this y sine of pi into 1 minus x the whole square, right? Dy dx. So first work with respect to y, then work with respect to x. I hope integration part you can do. Fine. So let me write down the answer, which some of you already got. Answer is 1 by 2 pi. Okay. Complete that and you can go for next problem, fifth one. Minus 1 to 1, minus 1 to 1, mod of x plus y dx dy. Again, fifth one, it's a little tricky problem. We are tempted, the region is minus 1 1 minus 1 1, so that is in all four quadrants, and we feel like by symmetry it should be four times answer in first quadrant, right? But check it carefully, that's not quite so. So check value of mod x plus y. Yeah, so region is something like minus 1 1 cross minus 1 1, right? And one is very much tempted, uh, find out answer in first quadrant and take four times of that. That is fine for area, okay? But if you are finding for some function, see that function is symmetric, having taking same values in all four quadrants, okay? But that's not so in this case. Function is mod x plus y, okay? And what is mod x plus y? It is x plus y if x plus y is greater than 0, and it is minus of x plus y if x plus y is less than 0, and which means it's around this line. So this is line y equal to minus x or x plus y equal to 0, right? So above this line function is positive, so x plus y. Below this line function is negative, so that will be minus of x plus y. So I have to work in two parts. Yeah, not in four parts, two two parts. And one side take it as minus of x plus y. Now maybe if you want, you can say like integral is two times of whatever I get in one of the regions, say this one, okay? Because by symmetry now answer in second part also will be same, okay? So take care, it's not four times of what is in first quadrant, it's two times of what is in one subtriangle, right? Now this limit you can write down. So x goes from minus 1 to 1, right? And y goes from this to this. So y goes from minus x to y equal to 1. And over this function is x plus y dy dx. This you can work now. Okay. That you can work quickly. Is it okay? Is that clear? So maybe if you are getting answer as 4, I think you have made the mistake of taking 4 times that in first quadrant. Okay. That must be the mistake. Yeah. Complete it quickly and we can go to next problem then. So maybe quickly I can show the integrals. So 2 times minus 1 to 1. First integral with respect to y will be x by. Someone's audio is on. Please will you mute? So xy plus y square by 2. Limits are minus x to 1. So 2 times minus 1 to 1. Okay, it's x plus 1 by 2 minus, when I put minus x, it's minus x square plus x square by 2 dx. So that is 2 times minus 1 to 1 x plus half. This will be minus x square by 2 minus minus plus x square by 2. Okay, check the sign. Now you can use few things like, for example, again, especially for SY students, if I take function is odd power, say like x cube and so on. So whatever answer we get over -1 to 0, that is opposite my negative, same answer will get over this one. So for odd functions, integral is 0. And for even powers, integral will become double, because essentially whatever I get in first quadrant, same I'll get in second quadrant, right? So it will become double. Whereas for odd function, it's whatever you get plus, same you get minus on opposite side, and that will become 0, right? So there is no need to integrate like first term. Once I know it's odd function, right? There is no need to work this one. This will give me 0. So it's enough to work with just this one, x by 2 plus this is x cube by 6. Put limits 2 times of 0 to 1. Is that right? 2 times 0 to 1, because it will be double of what we get on 0 to 1. So it's 4 into, now you can find out this. This is in fact 2 by 3. So answer is 8 by 3. Omkar, I guess you are writing answer for 6, but check your calculation once again. It's not correct. Okay, so if you have finished fifth, you can go for sixth one. Now, I hope the region also we have done it once or twice before, right? Check if you need, you can interchange the order, work dx dy, okay? Do the integrals carefully, and once you get the answer, maybe in terms of some e or fractions or something, you can using calculator convert into 3 decimal places. Okay, so start with 6, 3 minutes. Okay, so now for sixth one, I'm not drawing the region. We have sketched it even earlier for in 2 3 problems. Okay, so change the order and work. Maybe after 1 or 2 minutes, I'll put the answer. Problem is mechanical. Shaheen, check your calculation. I guess that's not quite correct. Yeah, Akshay, that is correct. Okay, then using calculator, you can convert it into uh, some fraction. Okay. Fine. So maybe I'll write down an answer. You can check and we can go ahead. So answer is e minus 2 by 3. Answer is e minus 2 by 3. Or if you convert in terms of fractions, up to 3 decimal, it's 0.239. Yeah, check that and we'll go ahead in 1 minute. Yeah, SY students, any doubt or anything you want to ask? Fine. I hope we can go ahead. Yeah, all of you can see that. So you can start with 7. The area of the region XY belonging to R2 actually. XY are between 0 to 1 and the conditions are x plus y is greater than equal to 3 by 4, less than equal to 3 by 2. Yes. What about the seventh one? So x plus y equal to 3 by 4, x plus y equal to 3 by 2, they are lines. So 3 by 4 will be something like this. And 3 by 2 is 1.5. So one line is passing through x plus y equal to 3 by 2. So one line is passing through 3 by 2, 0, 0, 3 by 2. That is these 2 points. And one is passing through 3 by 4, 3 by 4. Right? That is this point. So they are actually parallel. So if you take it up to scale, they will see they are parallel. And xy are between 0 to 1. Okay. So you can try to find out all intersection points. That will be useful. So this is 1 comma 1. Okay. Now where these will intersect, that line is x plus y equal to 3 by 2. Right. So when y is 1, x is half. Right. When x is 1, y is half. Right. This is half. Okay. And maybe in exams you can do tricks here to just write down answer. Right. So since the regions are simple, right, not some curves or something, you can find out area of triangle. You can subtract. So region is basically this. Region is between these two lines and within 0, 1 cross 0, 1. So basically, check our region is this one. Is that fine? If you want, you can find out by integral. You have to divide into some parts, right? 2 parts, fine. So it's like if I take this point, half. So as x goes from 0 to half, y goes from this line to this line. So y goes from 3 by 4 minus x to 1. And area means I have to find function 1 divided x. Okay. Plus as it goes from half to 1, we go from this line to this line, right? So that is 3 by 4 minus x to 3 by 2 minus x, 1 divided x. You can do that, or smartly you can simply calculate area by simple school geometry, right? So find out this area, that's triangle, find out this area, and subtract from 1. Area of square is 1. 1 minus these two areas will give me the answer, right? That's best thing you can do. Yeah. So tell me the answer. Write down in chat box and we'll go ahead. I have not worked the integration, but at least from geometry, that's very clear. It's 1 minus area of those two triangles. So essentially, answer should be 19 by 32. Area of lower triangle is half into 3 by 4 into 3 by 4. Area of that upper subtriangle is half into half into half. And subtract this from 1. Okay, so if you get so simple regions and if you are asked to find area, don't go for integration. You can simply work it using some school geometry. That's better. Okay, let's go ahead. Fine. Before we work that 8 one, let me just quickly explain polar coordinates, particularly to SY students. Polar coordinates. So, given any point x comma y, this is due to xy is due to Rene Descartes. So, we call this as Cartesian coordinates. That is in honor of Rene Descartes. Or they are also called as rectangular coordinates. So essentially, basic region as far as integral is concerned is rectangle, whereas I mean, any point also I can represent using another set of parameters: r distance from origin and theta angle made with positive x-axis. Okay, so this set r comma theta of coordinates that is called as polar or circular coordinates. Essentially, when the basic region is circle, we use polar coordinates. So, like for example, suppose I have x square plus y square equal to 1 in first quadrant. So then we look for first of all theta to cover all these points, right? We need angle to be from 0 to pi by 2, right? And once I take any theta, right? For every theta you see, as far as r is concerned, we go from 0 to circle. That circle is in fact r equal to 1, right? Or more generally, the relations are x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, right? X square plus y square will be r square. So basically r will be 1, right? R square is 1, so r is 1. Okay. Now you should take one care when you convert from xy coordinates to polar coordinates. I have to multiply by suitable factor, which is actually Jacobian part. So f of, I mean, in terms of r theta, so put x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. So I'll get something in terms of r theta, not same function. And I have to multiply by r dr d theta. So it's not that dy dx gets converted into dr d theta. Just remember always you have to multiply by factor r. Don't forget that, otherwise answers will be wrong. Okay, and that is essentially Jacobian. So idea is like it's change of variable, right, from xy to r theta. So when we change it, right, so that change of shape is taken care by this derivative factor, and that turns out to be in this case r, the Jacobian. Okay, so if you find out del xy by del r theta, that is r, and therefore I have to multiply by factor r. Okay, so these are the basics for polar coordinates or circular coordinates. Now, when region is particularly circle or part of circle or area between two circles, annulus, etc., then what's useful is rather than xy, what's useful is polar coordinates. Okay, so that's about the basics of polar coordinates. Yeah, now we can go for it. X is 0 to 1 and y equal to x to y equal to root of 2 minus x square. Now, when I say y equal to root 2 minus x square, right? If I simplify, it's y square equal to 2 minus x square, or it's like x square plus y square equal to 2. So it's a circle of radius root 2 around origin. Okay. So if I try to sketch the region, it would be something like this. Y equal to x, that is line passing through 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. It makes angle 45, right? And we have circle x square plus y square equal to 2. That is circle of radius root 2. Okay. And you can check where they'll intersect each other. So y equal to x will give me x square plus x square. 2x square is 2. Right. So x square is 1. That means this point is 1 comma 1. Check. Right. So intersection is 1 comma 1. Now, let's see once again the region. X goes from 0 to 1, so that is this part, and y goes from x to circle. So y equal to x to y equal to circle. So this is the region, right? And that is in fact part of circle, right? So if I convert or if I write in terms of polar coordinates, right? What is the angle we start at this line? This line is 45-degree, and we end up on this line. Okay, so you look at this way, draw various thetas, right, in the region. So what values theta takes? So theta takes 0, theta takes pi by 4, 45-degree to pi by 2, 90, right? Yeah, Shine, that's correct. So pi by 4 to pi by 2, and it's a circle, so every r goes from 0 to 1, right? 0 to root 2. Radius is root 2, 0 to root 2. Function is x square plus y square, so that will get converted as r square into, I have to multiply by Jacobian r dr d theta, right? And you see, now you can compare with this and get value of f. Okay, but I'll suggest all of you can find out. Yeah, Veda, that's correct. But I'll suggest all of you find out further a integral also. Okay, so using these polar limits, quickly find out integral also. So it's okay with m equal to whatever value. So you can quickly see, if you compare the right hand side and whatever we have got as limits, m should be 1 by 4. But I like if you find out further the integration part. Okay, so m is 1 by 4, that you can quickly see by comparing the two limits, right? And if you find out the answer turns out to be 5 by 4. So I'll comment on 9th. I'll just explain, I mean, particularly to SY students, the idea of change of variables. Fine. And then we can go ahead. So look at 9th question. S is xy belonging to R2, where mod x plus mod y is less than equal to 1. And we want to find out the area. In fact, as I said, you can quickly find out area by some geometric ideas from schools. Fine, but maybe with this problem, I want to explain the idea of change of variables. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. So x plus y, mod x plus mod y is equal to 1. Okay, uh, just a minute. Less than equal to 1. Okay. So let's try to see what is this region. Harpreet, no, area won't be. Check once again. Area won't be 1. Yeah. So when I work in first quadrant, mod x is x, mod y is y. So I get x plus y less than equal to 1. In second quadrant, it is minus x plus y less than equal to 1. In third quadrant, it is minus x minus y less than equal to 1. And in fourth quadrant, it is x minus y less than equal to 1. Is that right? Fine. Now, if I first draw x plus y equal to 1, that's a line passing through 1001, right? 1001. Okay. Here it will turn out to be line passing through minus 10, 0 minus 1. Here it will be passing through minus 1, 0, 0 minus 1. And here it will be passing through these 2 points. Okay. Right. So this is minus 1, this is minus 1, this is plus 1, this is plus 1. And essentially, when I say less than or equal to 1, it's a region. As I said earlier, line will divide the plane into 2 parts. One is less than, one is greater than. And that you can quickly check by any one point. Best point is origin. If I put 0, 0 in this equation, I mean x plus y equal to 1. So 0 plus 0 is less than 1. So that means this side is less than side. And check similarly, this will be less than 1, this will be less than 1, and so on. So as far as our answer is concerned, it's square with side root 2. So area will be 2. That's the answer. But I want to explain the change of variable. Many times, like for example, we saw instead of xy, we put use r theta. It's like we are changing the variable. So more generally, I can put any u and v. Okay. So for example, in this case, I can put one variable as x plus y, other variable as x minus y, and then I can get add them. So I'll get x equal to u plus v by 2. If I subtract, I'll get y equal to u minus v by 2. Okay. Mm, so then this line is u equal to 1. This line is u equal to minus 1. This line is v equal to minus 1. This line is v equal to 1. So my region becomes easier. So when I convert into uv, right? X goes from u goes from minus 1 to 1. V goes from minus 1 to 1. So I'm using new variables u and v. Okay. So same region limits become easier now. Minus 1 to 1, minus 1 to 1. Okay. We want to find area, so function is 1. And I have to find out the derivative factor that is given by what is known as Jacobian. So it's del xy by del ub, or it is determinant of del x by del u, del x by del v, del y by del u, del y by del v. Partial derivatives with respect to u and v. So find out, for example, in this case, it is determinant of del x by del u is half, del x by del v is half. This is 1 by 2, this is minus 1 by 2. So answer is minus 1 by 4. And here we take mod of Jacobian. So it's minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4. So it's minus half. But I take mod of that. So it is plus half. So it is half times. You can find out integral minus 1 to 1 minus 1 to 1. So that is 2 into 2. Therefore, answer will be 2. Okay. But I mean, the idea is sometimes instead of xy, you can use different variables, and so that the limit should become easier or integral should become easier. Some or the other thing. Okay. So this idea is known as change of variables. Fine. So I hope all TY students must be knowing this. Okay. SY students, right now I have to be little quick, but maybe your time. So even if you don't understand everything right now, we'll be doing again next year. Okay. Yeah. So I hope we can go ahead. Maybe if you want to note down something, I'll wait for 1 minute. We can go ahead. Yeah. Del x by del u is now x I have converted in terms of uv, right? So del x by del u is derivative of x as a function of u. So derivative of u is 1. I'm taking derivative with respect to u. So derivative of v will be 0 by 2. So it's 1 by 2. Okay. Yeah. Fine. So let's go ahead. So now there are some 10 minutes. Maybe I'll suggest you can try 12th one. So that's a nice region. 10th and 11th, they are anyway routine. Try 12th one. So we'll do that and probably then we'll stop. Yeah. Whether that is correct. Go for 12th now. Okay. Yeah. So when I say y is x square minus 1, y is mod x square minus 1. Okay. That is x square minus 1. I mean positive if x is bigger than 1, right? So if your mod x is greater than 1, x square is bigger than 1. And it will be 1 minus x square if mod x is less than equal to 1. Fine. So you can draw the region. So within minus 1 to 1, it's 1 minus x square. And we saw it will be inverted parabola, right? Y equal to minus x square lifted by 1, right? And here onwards, it will be like x square pulled below by 1. So that will go this way. I mean, it will go this way, right? And y equal to by symmetry. And then you can work. Okay. Fine. So that's the region. Now again, we want to find out area. So if you find out area of this half part, you can make double of that, right? So 2 times of area in first quadrant, and that you can work, right? So check your answer. Answer is 100 by 3, option B. Yeah. So uh, maybe in one more problem, there are some more problems. Okay. Uh, 13, 14. I think 13 problem. There was one correction. It's e raised to 3y. Yeah, fine. That is correct. So 14 problem. Okay, fine. Everything is correct. So maybe it's times almost 6:30. So I'll be sending this PDF uh, and try even some left problems. Maybe some 3, 4 problems are left. But I guess particularly those who are answering, those who are in TY, you are on the right track, right path. You are doing well. Continue. Keep it up. Okay. So I'll stop from my side. If still there are 2, 3 minutes, if you want, you can ask something. Okay, some doubts or something. So tomorrow I'll again continue with maybe triple
Yes, sir.
integral, if possible line integral. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's
So
stop then.
on behalf of KC College, Ratnam College, and Ruia College, I thank Professor Tambe for conducting this session. Tomorrow again he will have one more session for us at same time using the same link. So thank you all. Thanks for attending the
Yeah.
session.